Welcome to Dejan SEO Hangouts on Air, first hangout of the year, and one after a long time of break. So today we've got a special guest, Razvan Gavrilas from Cognitive SEO. He's joining us from Europe, and he'll be talking about a little bit introducing us into his software for those of you who are not familiar, and we'll also go over what's new with Cognitive SEO, some new and exciting features. Then Razvan will take us over example users and share some special insights and observations that he's noticed over the last year. So over to you, Razvan. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, just introduce your software and tell us what's new.
Hi, Dan. Hi, everyone. My name is Razvan Gavrilas. I'm the founder of Cognitive SEO. Cognitive SEO is a digital marketing toolset that was born 4.5 years ago and started selling online 3 years ago. Practically, we provide unique marketing intelligence both for SEO people and digital marketing people in a unique way. More things about Cognitive SEO and what it covers now. We are covering links, so we can do link audits, you can do penalty analysis regarding algorithmic or manual penalties that are related to links. You can do content analysis in order to understand the content marketing strategies that any site is implementing, and this can be applied both to your site and to your competitors. And you can also do rank tracking. It's a platform that provides unique insights into marketing data, allowing you to understand niches and sites and identify the marketing opportunities that will boost your traffic. We try to track every important KPI ongoing and alert you when things go wrong, when things are doing really well, by sending you instant emails with the most important alerts. It also allows you to report to clients both in PDF format or providing access to the tool because it's a multi-user tool set, or by sharing public dashboards with the current clients or with anyone else without even creating an account in the system. To put it simple, it's a tool set that will differentiate your service by providing a unique perspective to your marketing activities. I think that's...
Razvan, what would you say was the most popular feature of the software? What is it that people cling to?
The most popular feature and the core of the product is the link analysis feature. So most of the people come in order to analyze their link profile and their competitors' link profile. And they are using it both from a penalty point of view, so in order to recover, and from a pitching point of view and analysis point of view as a backlink audit tool.
So I hear you've been busy working on the tool in the last 12 months, busy with upgrades and new features. Can you share some of that with us?
Sure. We are trying to be as proactive as possible with the development of the toolset because it's a market that is ever changing. For example, let me. Shall we share the screen now, or in order
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. Show us a little bit of glimpse into the software. Let us see how it looks.
Okay, 1 second, so I can start the screen sharing here. Okay, can everyone see my screen with the toolset?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So here I'm in the actual toolset, and this is the SEO dashboard, where you can practically create all these widgets and arrange it however you prefer. This is a feature that we launched last year, when we practically redesigned the whole dashboard and introduced this concept that allows you to practically aggregate the data from all of the modules in the tool. So you can add data from inbound link analysis, from the social visibility, from the rank tracking area, and you have a lot of widgets that you can add here. I'll close the add widget functionality and show you some of the dashboard that is created for this site. This is a demo campaign that I have here. It's for the site shieldfunding.com and several competitors. And here you can see some metrics regarding the number of the referring domains that they have, the analysis in terms of unnatural links, the unnatural link history, because we track it from a week-to-week basis on recurring campaigns. You can actually see how it evolves, and you can even change the time interval for each campaign.
Razvan, with the link section there, I'm seeing a lot of unnatural links there. Is this unique domains, or is this specific link instances?
These are link instances, but as a remark here, when we go and do the analysis for any site, we don't take all of the links. Let's say, for example, you have 1 million links on your site, but those 1 million links are coming from 500 referring domains. We will take up to 20 links from each referring domain, because and when we aggregate the data from all of the data providers that we use, we try to identify the most important and new links for each referring domain. So it's an aggregation also at the referring domain level in terms of the links that are going to be crawled and analyzed in the system. And by doing this, practically we are analyzing only the links that would make a difference to your ranking.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is like an executive dashboard that you can customize and move things around.
Yes, exactly, and you can also share it by sharing this public URL, and everyone can see it in a read-only view. Can
you also do like a PDF export or a report form?
A PDF export for the dashboard is not currently available, but is going to be integrated soon. The PDF reports are available for each of the other modules, so you can practically create customized reports with your own branding. You can also brand the entire toolset if you want to, and put it on your subdomain, for example. You can create a lot of users for your main account and give special roles to each of them, and say, for example, I only want this user to have read-only access to the inbound link analysis module, or I only want this user to have access to the rank tracking module. Okay, let me tell you another integration that we have done this last year. We integrated with a data partner called Search Metrics, and from them we are extracting the search visibility for any domain that you are entering in the site. So, for example, here for this site, we can easily see in the USA their SEO visibility has practically reached the maximum number here in 2014, and then it dropped. Probably it was a penalty that was applied to this site. And this feature, this integration, allows a lot of people to use it in order to identify penalties on third-party sites. You can use this as a pitching tool, combined with the unnatural link detection, in order to pitch recoveries to potential clients, for example. Or you can understand your competitors and see what their SEO, what the traffic coming from Google is looking like, and understand if they were penalized, or using the unnatural links module, understand if they are going to be penalized by measuring the risk of a penalty.
Razvan, can I just clarify one point?
Yeah.
Are you and Marcus Toba partners? Is he a supplier to you? Are you competitors? What's the relationship between Searchmetrics and Cognitive?
Searchmetrics, we integrate the data from Searchmetrics as a premium provider, and this was highlighted in our in a blog post when we launched this. We aren't competitive.
Razvan, I think we've lost you for a little bit, but you're back on now. So you mentioned that you've published on your blog.
Okay, and this is the Searchmetrics SEO visibility integration that where we announce it. We are competitors with Searchmetrics. We integrate the data from Searchmetrics, and we are partners with Searchmetrics as a platform.
That's very good to know. I think Searchmetrics probably has the best quality data out there. So.
I also think so, because the Searchmetrics data is very qualitative in terms of their ranking data, and that's why we chose to work with them, because we try to integrate only the best data providers, such as Majestic SEO, or Majestic as they rebranded as the link data partner, with several other data partners that we use. Searchmetrics, another data partner that we have.
Razvan, before we go into the examples, are there any other news and new features worth mentioning?
I think I'll go here and see exactly, because here in the software updates we can see exactly what was launched last year, and I can quickly go through each of them. So practically, it's the Searchmetrics integration, the new SEO dashboard that was launched, a Google Index Checker tool. Practically, what we did was add the Google indexation checker for each of your referring domains, and we use that signal also to improve the unnatural link detection in some way, because if a large portion of the referring domains that are sending links to your site aren't indexed, are de-indexed practically, it might raise a red flag to us that those are links that are already penalized by Google. 1 second to have this page loaded so I can show you how the Google indexation actually looks like. This is the unnatural link detection, where you can see all of the things, and it also tells us that this site has a highly unnatural link profile. This is the overall distribution in terms of links, and here you can see the most uncommon unnatural link issues, such as in content with suspicious pattern link, or web directory links, suspect anchor text. Here are the most common unnatural anchor text that were used: business loans, bad credit business loans, very commercial terms, and the top unnatural linked pages, the main page and other pages on their site.
So am I right to assume that this website is actually penalized in reality?
In reality, I think they were penalized, and they were starting to recover, but they aren't nearly as much as where they were before, just by looking at the SEO visibility that they got in the USA from the Searchmetrics database.
Okay.
And here is the Google indexation check that I was telling you about, and practically here you can see we both track the Google malware check and the Google indexation check, and from this all of the referring domains that this site has for the unnatural links module to be analyzed, we can see that they have not indexed 5, and we have this visualization. Actually, you can see this for each of the everywhere where we click, this kind of view opens one second, here it is, where you can actually navigate through the links and see exactly where the links are on the page. And these are practically domains that aren't indexed in Google. And you can easily see them using this visualization. And this visualization is also used for you to review the unnatural links maybe and mark them as disavow, because it's very flexible. You don't have to view the source code and identify where the link is on the page. You can see clearly it highlights exactly where it is on the page.
I have a question about the malware check. Do you have some sort of an alert system, or is it just you can see it when you log in?
You can see it when you log in, but this is an interesting idea to have an alert system that would notify you when links with malware appear.
I think I definitely want to know.
Because for us, it's very easy to integrate this kind of alerts because we already have an alert module that practically allows you to create this kind of email alerts that would trigger when some things that are important to you happen. And this is the visualization because they are also stored in the application to have an overall view, like an email viewer. And the triggers, for example, if you want to create a trigger when you get a new link, you can create the campaign, select the site, either your competitors or only your site, and you can even go and select various. If you don't check the advanced option, you'll get a mail with every link. But if you select here, you can say, I only want to get links, mails with new unnatural suspect links, or I only want to get links that are matching some words in a domain, or all the other things that you can see here. And from a frequency point of view, you can set it as it happens, weekly or monthly, and specify the exact date where you when you want this to be sent, either on a Monday, for example, or on the first of the month. And you have triggers now for new links, lost links, and rank tracker triggers that practically allow you to get notified on, for example, when on Google there is an improve or a decline, let's say, of at least 5 positions, and you mark here as it happens, and you get an instant email when this happens. We normally track the rankings on a daily basis, but this is customizable. You can set it for weekly if you want to track more rankings. Okay, getting back to the news here, we improved the natural link detection last year by adding various rules to the detection and the Google indexation checker. We improved the anchor text classifier, where the anchor text classifier practically allows you to segment your link profile from brand, commercial, and miscellaneous anchor text point of view. Brand terms are usually the ones that contain your brand name. For you, for example, in this case, Shield Funding or Dejan SEO or Dan Petrovic will be brand-related terms. And commercial terms will be SEO company or business loans, merchant cash advance in this situation. Normally, a normal distribution ratio would be vice versa, meaning that the majority of the anchor text should be in brand, because people tend to link to you with the name of your business or with miscellaneous anchor text such as website or click here or visit this blog post or the name of the blog post or stuff like this. And this is also used as a metric in the unnatural link detection module. Then it's the vital email alerts that I showed you, and this is what we practically integrated last year, plus full documentation site with videos and tutorials and trainings and case studies on all of the product and how to use it.
I
and
just
we
had
try.
I just had a
Yeah,
thought. I don't know if the feature exists or not. What I'd find useful within a suite like this would be to upload my disavow file,
yeah,
and
you can do this.
you
You
can
can.
do that already.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can do
that's
this already because practically you have this ignore
ignore
functionality.
list. Okay, yep.
Yes, exactly. So practically when you put here a list of links or a list of domains, the system automatically ignores it. When you, for example, have already done a disavow, or let's say you do a disavow in the middle of the process when you have this tool, you can import or ignore these links. And
Oh,
when
this
you,
visualization there, is that provided
yeah,
by Nodex?
which visualization?
It looks like a link graph. Yeah, that one there.
This one is the Visual Link Explorer. No, this is a
Oh,
custom
custom
done
built.
implementation that was done the last year. It's a very
Okay.
cool feature also. Practically, it highlights the nodes are these areas here are the pages and the links on your site. The blue nodes are the links, and the center node is a page on your site. And the higher the distance of the blue node from the center is the higher the quality of the link. So if we click here, we can actually see information about this link, and you can also profile by, let's say, for example, by live lost links. And in red we
Oh, very
have the
nice.
lost links and live links, and you can also profile by unnatural links. This is great. This is used by a lot of agencies for pitching purposes, because you can go in full screen, share it with your clients, do research, and show that how various things on your site look like. And it's a very cutting edge visualization, to put it like this. And in order to understand it, there are very only three or four rules. I've already said that the cluster here is the page. These are the links. The higher the distance of the blue node from the center is, the higher the quality. And you can easily practically identify various problems on your site, like I don't know, links that pages, for example, this one, which doesn't have any live link. All the links that are pointing to this page are lost. So we can go further and investigate. And it's up to your creativity to identify problems and opportunities in this using this visualization.
Very cool. Now,
Yeah.
this seems like a pretty excellent tool for auditing for link penalties, negative SEO, that sort of thing. I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe we should do a run on Jim's website. What do you say, Jim? See what we find there in negative SEO, because he's been attacked just
Okay.
as much as I have. Is that right?
Shopsafe.com.au, you mean? Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and so has our website. That's why I was asking about the ignore list, because we put a lot of stuff in a disavow file because we didn't want it to, you know, potentially affect our rankings. Now, Razvan, I hear that you did a quick analysis of my own website, and
Yes,
you might
I
actually
did.
embarrass me in public if we find some nasty stuff.
Okay. Okay. So I practically ran while before this broadcast half an hour ago. This idea came to me to showcase Dejan SEO's site, and I ran the analysis on this. Let's load it. I didn't find anything wrong from an unnatural links point of view on your site. Only some suspect links, and I'll show you. This is the custom dashboard that is created for any site, and we can see here that you have around 209 suspect links. Again, you have like 2,800 referring domains coming from 80,000 links, as our system tells us. As I mentioned, you can always import Google Webmaster Tools data or Bing Link Explorer data or any other link data that you have. You just import a CSV file, and we automatically deduplicate the data and crawl the data on demand for your campaign.
So you'll query those links that I import from Webmaster Tools and other sources.
Yeah.
So I can do even Majestic and others and just put them in.
We already use the Majestic, so this is
so you syndicate. Who are your sources? You syndicate from Majestic, Searchmetrics. What other sources are there?
We use Blackco.
Yep.
At the moment, these are the sources that we use.
Okay.
Okay, and in terms of the unnatural links detection, you can see here that you have a very low profile in terms of suspect links. Our experience with all the analysis that were done in the platform, and I can say that there is quite a number of analyses that were done in terms of penalties. Usually what we see under 10% in this chart here suggests that the site is healthy. And when you have between 10 and 23, it's a risky profile. It can be penalized already, but the chances of it being penalized are pretty high. And when you have over 23%, it's almost certain that the site was penalized or is very soon going to be penalized.
But statistically speaking, doesn't mean if you have exactly 23%, it's just what you've observed over time, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. That these are statistical view on the data that was run in our system. But there are exceptions to this case. You can have 5% unnatural links and be penalized because you, for example, if you only have 100 referring domains and you have 5 referring domains which are which are very, very shady, this can penalize you. If your site has a stronger link profile and you have I don't know 2,000 referring domains and only 50 of them are shady, it's a lower risk to be penalized by Google. That this should be looked from with a statistical eye and should be inspected manually and see exactly which are the links which have these problems. And you, if you were penalized, you can actually do a Google disavow with them, because you can automatically download the disavow file from the system for the links that you mark manually.
So when your software assesses the risk associated with links, what would be the type of factors that you're willing to share? For example, commercial anchor text, low quality
so
page.
Practically you can see the factors here.
Yep.
There isn't any particular one that would trigger a link to be considered unnatural. It's a multitude of factors that need to enter into the equation. For example, some of the rules here say low authority links, extreme velocity, resource links page, but each one of them can have multiple others. So a resource links page can also have extreme link velocity. And if they don't reach a certain amount of score, they aren't included as an unnatural link. We fine-tuned this whole algorithm for over a year in order to get the best identification possible. And usually we are having over 90% success ratio in terms of the detection that is done, and we can see that by analyzing the number of links that you reclassify, because you can reclassify manually if the system is wrong in the link navigator.
I think your system's pretty much picked up a lot of interesting stuff. So I'm curious, why aren't there any red links in my profile? Why isn't there any dead set unnatural links there? It's all just suspicious, because I would assume if we look at the top top right table with anchor text, anything that's got SEO in anchor text, I would imagine would be pretty well, not just suspicious, would be unnatural, because I don't imagine people would link to me with the word SEO.
That's why we don't mark them as unnatural until a certain ratio of links, let's say, is met, because we can be wrong, and that's why we put them as suspect, because they don't trigger that much of a risk to you at this point, and it wouldn't be fair from us to say these are 100% unnatural, because in other situations we may be wrong. Then we say these are suspect links. We aren't too sure about them. You should investigate them, and you can click on this number here and view exactly those links with the link navigator, and it's a very quick process, as you saw before, because we highlight and show all of the stuff and even tell you the reasons why we consider each of the link to be suspicious. And you can mark it as unnatural if you consider it.
So if you mark something as unnatural link, so are you actually training the system, or you're just marking it as unnatural?
It's also training the system until at a certain point, but the training is supervised. It's not unsupervised.
It's edited, sort of moderated. I can see there in the anchor text under number 7. The anchor text is the Sydney page, and that's an interesting choice because anchor text seems pretty natural, but I know for a fact that we've been attacked. Our Sydney page in particular, probably a competitor from Sydney. We've had negative SEO done for that page. Ironically, that page is our best ranking page overall because of that negative SEO, which actually helped us rank, which is really sad, and it's an embarrassment for Google, I have to say. But yeah, in this instance, I would probably go into that specific link instance, and I would mark those links as unnatural. If I know them. So I'm guessing somebody on your back end would review that and help train the system further.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, fantastic. Now at this point, I just want to check to see if there are any questions from our viewers. I'm gonna open up. Guys, feel free to ask or drop a line in the chat. Otherwise, we're gonna resume with observations and trends and things that trigger penalties, which is another segment that we planned for Razvan to go into. Okay, so Razvan, please go ahead. I'm going to check the questions in the Hangout page, but yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I think we covered a lot of the unnatural links section as a concept, and I already shared some of the insights that we saw from a statistical point of view in Cognitive SEO. What other things people use and should use this tool is for example, for risk mitigation. Unfortunately, most of the people come when their site is already penalized and they lost their traffic, but they can prevent this. And in order to prevent this, they have to first audit their link profile and view what problems they have. For example, your site here, we see that you have these 200 suspicious links, and you already say that you have a negative SEO attack. You can even monitor this in the system because you have this chart that I showed before, was on the dashboard. It would take a bit of time to load now, a couple of seconds, but using that chart, you can easily see the evolution and identify if a negative SEO attack appears, if your unnatural links rate is growing. As we can see in this chart here, the unnatural, suspect, and OK links. And actually, in this site, we can see it's downgraded. So the number of unnatural links is going down, which is fine. So from a penalty risk mitigation, you can use the tool at its best. We also have on the site some case studies shared by some of our customers, where they explained exactly how they recovered the various penalties, either a manual penalty or a penguin penalty, algorithmic penalty, and they give great detail with analytics screenshots and Google Webmaster Tools screenshot, and the full story of the recovery actually, and how it went with reconsideration requests. This last case study that we actually published a few days ago, yesterday or the day before, actually highlights the fact that this webmaster had to do 3 reconsideration requests. A lot of the people stop after the first reconsideration request sent to Google, because either Google tells them that they still have unnatural links or other facts. That's why you need to be perseverant and do your job until the end, until you recover the site, because it is possible to recover a site using the Google disavow, and we've seen a lot of recoveries in our platform. There
you
are
certainly
situations.
have to be pretty thorough in the whole process. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And have
it's
everything well documented.
Job. Yes, exactly. It's a professional job, and everyone whom I talked to said that the recoveries that they did were pretty documented.
Razvan,
yeah.
Sorry, we've got questions in the audience. Would you mind taking a few?
Sure, no problem.
Excellent. Matija Janicic wants to know if there's a free demo that he can try out.
Yes, you can. It's a free trial, actually. You can get a free trial and you can open an account. It's for 14 days.
So it's a fully functional
it's
version.
Almost a fully functional version, because in the unnatural link detection you can only see up to 200 links there in that segment of the tool. But the rest is fully functional.
Cool. There's 2 questions, I believe, from Lyndon. No, one was observation about us ranking for SEO Sydney, thanks to link spam. Thanks Negative SEO, and thank you Penguin for not working. Okay, so question: can Cognitive drill down to links for a specific keyword, such as this, and get granular with the suspect links? And can it say if those links have a toxicity level? For example, don't replicate the profile elsewhere.
So you can, I'm not sure I understood exactly the question, but you can filter the entire profile here and say, I'm only interested to see, let's select a feature here. And
I'd imagine you select the keyword, let's say blue widget, and you
okay. So from
an
anchor text point of view, let's say for SEO company, because it's your site.
Oh yes. So
okay.
you drill into that keyword and see what's going on there.
Okay, and the entire page will be filtered, and you will only be looking at the link profile that contains the SEO company anchor text. And we see we only have 9 referring domains with this anchor text, and those actual links are also listed here at the bottom of the page, and you can see them exactly here. From a toxicity point of level, we stayed away from making the process more complex than it already is, because we consider the link only unnatural or suspect. We don't give the internal metrics in terms of the number that is used to say, let's say, how suspicious or how unnatural it can be, because the spectrum can be too large, and the people would even be more confused in order to draw a conclusion.
So what you're saying is that you go to a certain threshold point, and
yes,
then
exactly.
after that threshold point you go, okay, suspicious, and then
yes, exactly. But we don't share the exact numbers in order not to complicate the entire process, because it would be like a heat map from green to red, and you won't know exactly where to stop in order to for you to consider the link to be unnatural or suspect. We already make this this choice for you, the user, because I can tell you that a lot of people are already very confused. There are the cutting-edge SEO professionals who know their job very well, and then there are a lot of SEO professionals or webmasters who don't have a lot of SEO knowledge, who get lost in all these details. And we chose to stop sharing. In fact, not even sharing this too much level of detail for this particular view, in order not to complicate your job. I hope this answers the question. But you can filter and see exactly what are each of the links. You can apply multiple filters. You can do whatever you want in the tool. It's very flexible, and you can export also all the data from here if you would require this this thing.
I think you've got plenty of data and in this tool to make your decision anyway, and I think simpler the better in this case. Particularly if your tool makes an error, you can train it and it becomes better and knows your links.
Yeah, and we already share. We made this core human readable in terms of explaining exactly what these rules are. So extreme link velocity means that the links that appear in this category had a very high spike in links in a particular small period of time. Thin content, for example, means pages that contain lots of links and very few content. In content with suspicious pattern link means that it's a link that is positioned somewhere in a blog post, for example, and it contains a suspicious anchor text, and that anchor text and that link pattern can be replicated on other pages on other links that are pointing to your site. Suspect anchor text, the same as commercial anchor text that is highly used, for example. And each one of these is explained in the links navigator. When you open and review hand by hand each of the links, you'll see them highlighted there with the full explanation that I gave you already.
Razvan, as we near towards the end of the session, I'd like to ask you, having this software and all this data that you look at every day, do you have any advice for webmasters, agencies, SEOs about the safety, about the future of link signals, the link building? Where does link building go these days? Like, what's link building looking for, like in 2015?
Okay, so from my point of view, Google is getting better and better at doing anything or everything. Let's say Google has these deep learning algorithms that practically are learning themselves how to train their classifiers, and particularly for unnatural links, the Penguin free zero refresh is told to be a continuous refresh in terms of each and every week. For example, refreshes can happen for sites. So it's not like if you recall in the past when Google updated their index once a week or once every few days, then they became even better and they updated their index every couple of minutes, every couple of seconds, and so on. So it becomes an ongoing process, and they are becoming better and better in doing this stuff, and they are becoming better and better at differentiating the bad from the good in terms of the shady things that webmasters tend to do in order to trick Google. And in order to be safe, you need to stay away from shady links. You need to forget the link building practices that you used in the past, and that is for normal businesses, because there are niches, or there are models of business that don't care about their brand, or they don't care if their site dies tomorrow. They will create another site, an affiliate site, for example, and start to bomb Google with links and all this stuff, because they don't have a brand. But for the majority of the businesses and normal businesses online that have a brand, and that brand is penalized, that's a big issue for the site. So I advise everyone that has a normal business to stay away from shady link building practices. How link building is going to evolve, or is already evolving, in terms of Google being able to identify the unnatural links created with the single purpose of influencing Google's ranking of a particular site. It's those kind of, let's say, organic links. You build them. You create content in order to attract traffic. That's the main thing that you should do. And when you attract traffic, you attract links also. You don't have control over the links that you attract as you had in the past when you're manually putting links on various sites. But by creating a high authority level for your site, and having a lot of natural organic links like this that you don't care that are actually linking to your site, you can go and create 1, 2, or 3 links with specific signals that you know might influence Google. Let's say anchor text, even though anchor text becomes less and less important, and will become less and less important probably in the future, with Google understanding the actual content of a page and linking that, semantically linking the content from that page to that particular link. Let's say I link to you with a link that says click here, but surrounding the link I have content that talks about an SEO company. It's clear that the link is related to that SEO company concept there. And Google already does it at some level and will be better at doing this in the future. So my advice to end this question, my answer would be that you create content that create a great product, create a great site, satisfy the user, and do content marketing strategies on a great product. And content marketing is also another concept that everyone is talking about, but unfortunately I can see in our tool, from the lots of users that we have, that the social visibility module is not that greatly used, and that is a key module for anyone that would want to do content strategy and content marketing correctly, because using the social visibility module, and I'll open it to show you what it actually gives. It practically tells you for any site, either it's your site or your competitor, or you can analyze a full niche and see exactly what it works in that particular niche. You first need to understand from a content strategy point of view what works in your area, in your niche area, and what doesn't, because there are articles that you will write, for example, and content that you will write which will not have the traction that you expect them to have, and you can already see this by looking and inspecting the entire niche for your business. In your situation, for example, in your site, Dan, I ran the social visibility this morning, and what I can see is that you have a lot of Google Plus shares on your main page, and then the other two top shared content on your site is the Google Plus study and Google Skynet. This is a fun page from what I've seen. Let's open them, and another case study, I think, about the hijacked thing. So what we can practically easily understand here is that Facebook works for fun content, and professional content works on Twitter and Google Plus. And the higher the level of professionalism for the content that you wrote here, yes, then higher number of shares. And you can also see a correlation between the number of referring domains and the actual shares. This is the page that you got successful with it on Facebook, but it didn't get so much traction on Google Plus and Twitter, because it seems that these two social media channels aren't sharing such fun content, while the Google Plus study or the hijacked one got much more traction on the Twitter and Google Plus. And using this information, having data about what channel works okay, you can focus more on Google Plus, or you can focus more on Twitter. You can understand your audience first of all, and then understand the content that you have to produce in order to get more visibility. And this is key from a content strategy point of view, to create content that gets linked more, gets more traffic, and that will finally increase the authority of your site and increase your rankings overall. I hope this
is a fantastic demo. Thank you very much for taking time to show us around your software, and I'm sure you're very, very proud of it. A lot of hard work went into it. We can see that.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like we've got a topic for the next Hangout already coined in by Vencito, who suggests that we discuss content-led link building. You've already touched, I think Razvan has already initiated the topic when we asked, Mattia said, define shady. What are shady links? And I think I'd like to wrap up this session by quoting one of my favorite characters in the SEO industry, which is Dwayne Forrester from Bing. And he said that links should always surprise you. You should never see a link coming. If you've made the link yourself, it's unnatural. If the link surprised you and it just happened and you detected it, then that's the type of link that you want. So with that, I would like to thank Razvan and everyone else for joining us. And I'll make another announcement for when the next Hangout will be, where we will be discussing content-led link building. So thank you, everyone, and see you next time.